Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is interesting. So if you've actually found this channel and you're actually watching it, at this time it has 3 subscribers and no views. But I had a bunch of content that I had recorded that is really cringy for me to watch because it was such a hard time in my life. But I'm releasing all of my videos and I'm to the point now where I feel like I hopefully can contribute. But the early videos are all me going through it. And so, excuse me, it took a lot to post those videos. But as of right now, it's October 2024, and I've made some really big, a lot of progress. And if I haven't already mentioned, I'm sure I have in previous videos, bedbound, housebound for a good over a year. And leading up to my crash, I can see now I wasn't feeling well even prior leading up to it. Even though I was really active and playing a lot of sports and feeling great for a period of time, then I just noticed all of a sudden not feeling so great, tried to exercise my way out of it, little life stressors, and boom, the perfect storm was created. I got a flu with a dental surgery that got infected, and then a lot of antibiotics. And so it's been in and out of hospitals. I've been admitted, even in one of those visits, a lot of urgent care, primary care, GI, you name it. I've seen a lot of doctors, MRIs, CTs, and labs, and anything else, ultrasounds. I mean, just tons of testing. Little things have shown up on some of those tests, but knock on wood, so far, surprising to me, because as bad as you feel with this condition, you can't wrap your head around, like, how can nothing be showing up? So then that leaves you with your own devices to try to get through this thing. And then hopefully, like for me, I've watched a lot, and I still do recovery stories. I've jumped on tons of support groups and chats. I've worked with coach. I've done supplements, diet changes, a lot of deconditioning, dropped a lot of weight through this thing. A lot of it was just the body stuck in fight or flight, and the stress of it all, just a snowball effect took place. So now, basically don't really take any meds. I've been really close to jumping on meds. There was a time where I was on, significant meds, SSRIs, briefly. For some reason, I have this pushback when it comes to mind-altering meds, but when you're this decommissioned for this long, you almost have to go, hey, listen, whatever it takes. So I'm not necessarily opposed to medications, and who knows, at some point I could end up revisiting some of those meds that I've been so resistant towards. I was really resistant against the ones that seem to have a hard time coming off of, and this and that. So, I've done ANS. I did purchase the ANS program. It was the most affordable one. I'm going through my second time through. I do believe if you go ANS, it's a good program. It can definitely jumpstart your recovery and possibly be the key component of it. Going through it a second time was beneficial for me because I was so deregulated the first time around. Basically, brain retraining is something that seems to be the key component with this condition. I do know from previously in my life prior to illness, I applied a lot of affirmations, repetition, directing my thoughts for my career and even relationships stuff. And it provided amazing results. Now I am embracing that with recovery. It's a little different in the sense where this is now not an external problem or challenge, but an internal challenge. So it does sometimes have a harder time getting the mind to accept that healing is possible. I believe this illness is a spontaneous illness, and I believe the healing can be relatively spontaneous as well, but it is gradual. For me right now, I would rate myself on a 1 to 10, 1 being very bad, 10 being great. Around a 7 or an 8 in comparison where I was. So with that means I'm not 100% yet. Like I said, I started this journey well over a year ago. Entire year of this has been just super challenging. About once a month, I'll drag myself to the ER something is wrong. And it's become this fight, flight, or freeze. If you've got any experience with checking yourself into a doctor or a hospital, you'll go into what's called freeze mode, where you actually feel somewhat safe in that environment, because now you're getting tests and doctors, and you're in bed and you feel like you should be hospitalized. So you go into freeze. At home, you're probably more in fight or flight. So yeah, that has pretty much been the thing. A lot of graded exercise, which is hard sometimes for somebody who is so completely active to go to borderline geriatric or convalescent, to the sense where walks are about the best I can do. This last weekend, I did a road trip for the first time. It was very healing. I was very nervous. I have had a friend of mine offer many times throughout my illness, hey dude, let's get you out of town. Let's get you out somewhere. Because a lot of people that don't understand the illness think that you can just, shake it off. And while I think there is a huge mental component, I believe there's a physical component as well. So people are not going to understand. And I remember when I was well, having people sick come to me, whether it's mental or physical illness, and offering my support and advice and care and compassion, but not really understanding. It's just like, come on, snap out of it, right? So for me, my house has become kind of this double-edged sword, in the sense where there's a lot of moments in this house where I'm like, I'm going to the hospital, or just locked up at home, avoiding people, the outside world. So this gradual reentry has been really a key component. Now, one of the things, and you're going to develop, everybody's going to find their own pathway out. There is no magic cure. All I can say is don't leave before the miracle happens. The miracle will happen, and there's tons of stories of people that it's happened, and it's hard. At first, you're like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to recover. And I've had some really good days, oh my gosh, followed by some not so good days. In fact, today I'm not even in the greatest day. And here comes my kid pulling up now. So let me leave you with this. I'm going to take him out and get his oil change of his car. This is a huge moment. Continue to stay positive. Repetition in your thoughts and your words, super powerful. I'm replacing all negative thoughts with a new positive thought. My mind's getting clearer, my body's getting stronger. Every day I'm one step closer to a full and robust recovery. Amen. Say that over and over again. We'll see you on the next video.